The President of the United States of America, Joe Biden. Oh, wait a minute. The President of America. No, wait a minute. The President of America, Joe Biden. Sorry. The President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, is contemplating to utilize the National Guard. That's how we say it. National Guard to move goods for private industry. Basically, they have decided that there is a crisis. Of course, there is always a crisis, and this crisis must be solved by the utilization of. Wait a minute. They say the National Guard, but what is the National Guard? Well, let's analyze. The National Guard is the Department of Defense. It is as simple as that. We have an army that we spend a lot of money in it. We have a Navy, we have an Air Force, we have a Space Force, we have the Marines, and we have the Department of Defense. But now they say they are going to utilize the National Guard, the nation's guard. And that is a sublime thing. That is just to confuse you. Because normally the National Guard, as a name, as a unit, is responsible for disasters. They help the people of the United States of America to survive national disasters, and that is their purpose. Their purpose is to defend us, to defend the United States of America, to defend the United States of America nationals like myself and like yourself. But now, let's see the proposal of President of America, Joe Biden. Yes, he thinks actually that he's the President of America and that you are an American and everybody is American. And he's being supported by a lot of people in this insanity, in this alternative reality. And this is what they created. They created an alternative reality. I'm going to see if I can associate this so you can visualize what is happening. 1903, Rockefeller was an industrialist, and he was creating this industry and to create this industry, he needed energy. Energy, on a nutshell, is manpower, is human power. You gotta have somebody who create this energy, no matter where, no matter what. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. It must be transferred. So basically, the human is transferring that energy from one place to another. So what am I talking about? It is very simple. Rockefeller needed the transfer of energy from the ground, a mine, into his furnaces, coal. So they have these European peasants they invite here to work. They could not speak English. They were from Russia, Poland, Italy, Ireland, everywhere. So now they have these people being basically a slave, being oppressed. The workers decided, hey, wait a minute, enough is enough. We are dying out here. So they went on a strike. Rockefeller took his money, his energy that he already have acquired, and transferred that to the state of Colorado, to the National Guard, to the Department of Defense. So now he, a private businessman, an industrialist, now he is controlling the government. And their assignment was to go into LULAC and put down the strike of the uprising. It turned out they killed everybody. And today we see that as the massacre of Lulock or Trinity, Colorado. No one ever paid for what happened there. What is happening now is exactly the same. The industrialists are utilizing the government as a private enterprise. They are controlling our government. Remember, the United States of America is controlled by private parties. They confuse you into thinking that it is a government. No, it is not a government. It is a gang. That is what it is. To protect themselves, not to protect me, the United States of America national, not to protect those people in the mine in 1903. No, it's to protect the guy with the money. Same here, no difference. So now we now establish what is happening. The industrialists, they realize that they have a problem, and this problem is the workers, no different than in 1903, that they cannot make the workers follow along, and be submissive. No longer they are submissive, because they are what? They are United States of American nationals. They are men and women that they in their belief, they believe that they are free and they will fight. And you see that in Black Lives Matter. You see that in Martin Luther King. You see that every single generation we will fight back for our survival. Right now, it is the same. I don't see myself how can I say? I don't see in the industry of the transportation industry a chaos. I don't see anything actually wrong with it. It is working like always have been working, but there is one thing differently, and this is that the working conditions are getting so bad. The worker itself, his biology is being so beat up that they no longer can work as a transportation worker, because you will die sooner than later. I mean, we see guys, all you have to do, don't believe what I'm saying, just go to a truck stop and walk around and see this biology moving around, and you see if they can actually climb 4 or 5 flights of steps. They can't. It is impossible. So now that is the problem. The problem is that the industrialists know this. They have computers and they have physicals and they have all this data. They understand that to move goods, they have to increase the value of that driver and that machine. So that means that they will have to increase prices to maintain that level of earning for themselves. So it's either you make less money as an industrialist and transfer that energy on to the driver and the mechanics and the dispatchers and the people who run a truck line, for example, or an airline, or a railroad, or a local jurisdiction, transportation jurisdiction like Los Angeles bus system, Atlanta bus system, New York, and so on. Sorry, my neck is hurting me, and that's probably because I drive. My neck is all messed up. So basically, you have to train more drivers. You have to make better machines. We have to divert time and energy for routes, for lanes, for buses and trucks. You have to rebuild the entire transportation system of the United States of America to accommodate this biology. to make it more efficient, to modernize it. To do that, it costs a lot of money. And this pyramid that they have created is no longer a pyramid, it's collapsing. It's collapsing. And that is why they're asking the government for help as the National Guard. It is not a National Guard. What they're doing is utilizing the Department of Defense as a private venture. They're utilizing they utilizing the armed forces of the United States of America to move your milk, because they do not want to train and keep healthy a driver and a mechanic. That is it. And they want you to be happy by maintaining those prices low. But remember, that is artificial. It's a pyramid. Those prices are going to be low because now they're using, or they want to use, the National Guard, or they want to use a lesser earning workforce. No different than 1903. So to do that, it's impossible. It's a pyramid. It's impossible. You cannot do it. You cannot promote a transportation worker. Give him 8 hours a day work. Give him plenty money so he can eat like at least $150,000. If a transportation worker is not making $150,000 a year, he's dying for no reason. And nobody cares, not his family, not his friends, not the government, not the president of America. So I don't want to make this so confusing, because it is confusing. So for you to eat, let me see if I can clarify. For you to be able to eat tonight, drink a glass of milk that you can afford. Somebody has to bring it to you. And that person who is bringing it to you must be treated like crap. Must be working 24 hours, living on the truck, living on the train, living on the ship, flying an airplane that you fly for 4 hours and spend 8 hours waiting to fly that airplane. That means for you to receive those goods at a price that you can afford, those people who bring it to you have to suffer. It is that simple. It is that simple. And they decided they are not want to suffer anymore, and they quitting. They say, no, I'm doing this job. There's no way I can do this job. So what they do, they're going back to be yourself, to wait somebody to bring the goods, and they are happy. And that is the key. That is what I call the pyramid. The pyramid collapses. The pyramid collapses because you're gonna have to have people to move these goods so you on the top can afford it. If you over here on the bottom decided that you are not going to longer do it, now you're going to become the one on the top, but there is nothing below you, guess what? You're going to collapse. And that is what is happening. That is why they're contemplating on bringing in the armed forces. Now, I can say this. What happened in Lula, Colorado, everybody should know what happened there and why it happened there and the result of what after what happened there. You need to know this. And also you need to know the pyramids do not work. You need to know that if you don't get involved, all these industrialists are going to make fool of you, and they are going to destroy our country. And this is not of our made. People from outside are controlling our government. Not our government, but the private parties that form our government. and you see that represented on the information industry. These people are not our friends. These people are not our friends. These people are together as a what they call it English parlantes. The French finally figured it out when they lost that contract with the submarine, and now they are talking. But I think it's too late. I think the French now they just lost, and that is exactly what is happening today. They are trying to make you and I English. They are trying to maintain these pyramids to have some kind of control, and then you have the fiasco of January the 6th. So pay attention, make sure you have food on your pantry, because you just never know, And look out for you transportation worker. Without your transportation worker, you will be dead within a month. Especially you out there in the big cities. In the big cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Dallas, all these big companies. I mean, these cities, in Seattle and so on, Miami. Without the transportation industry, you will be dead within a month. And keep eye not just on the ground, keep eye also in the air. Never forget what happened to those 600 and something people, or 500 and something people who died out of those 737 crashes. We are creating rules and laws just to save money, and it's killing us. Literally, no figurative. So pay attention. Your transportation worker is critical. No trucks, no boats, no airplanes, no trains equals your death. Saludos.